Marketing and selling is essential in your online business. And when you have the right strategies and mindset, you not only can make a lot of money, but you can change a lot of lives. Welcome to the Online Marketing Podcast, where we help course creators, membership owners, and coaches market and sell their offers.
We're your hosts, Paul and Melissa Pruitt. Let's dive in and get started.
Welcome to the Mastermind series, where you get to experience Paul and Melissa and their mastermind brainstorming and sharing different ideas on marketing and sales.
All right. So let's go on to the next question. And that is for Krista. So you want to go ahead and hop on the mic?
Yeah, I'm working my way towards creating a cooking membership. It's regional cuisine. At the end of the summer, I had this brilliant idea of why not have free cook-alongs as a lead magnet. And I also, one of the aims was list building, and the other one was just for me to try all the tech and just me getting used to the process and try things. And it's working well in the sense that I do have a small group of ladies who turn up regularly. So there is a kind of community building. So they're asking about each other if somebody's missing from a class. But it's not expanding the way I hoped it would, even though they're very enthusiastic about it and passing on recipes to friends and stuff like that. But they're not inviting them in. And now I just find it difficult to transition to paid workshops. And I also feel kind of bad about saying that, okay, so far we've had these free cook-alongs and that was it. Maybe we'll have once every 2 months or something like that, and the rest will be paid. So that is a big question for me. And I was wondering if I could just do a way out of this situation, like have a paid challenge, something like $10 or something, because that's a low investment, but it would maybe steer things towards it turning into a paid gig.
So are you looking at how to transition from
Yes,
everybody expecting free from you and figuring out who the buyers are?
Yeah, I think I've created the perfect trap for myself.
So does anybody have any input? It's a quiet crew today. Okay, Tazim, is she stepping up?
Oh gosh, I'm the queen of this. I've done this for a long time. Just give. And it's great to give, but I think one of the things I've empowered myself to do is to recognize that I bring value to the table. And I think that that's the right way. You always have to ask. You do need to ask for the sale. You need to say, this has been great, building your community. I don't know. Do you have a Facebook group?
Yeah, I've just started to build it up and kind of direct people to it.
Yeah. And so what I've been doing these last, 4-6 months, especially through COVID, is stepping into giving, but then also stepping into asking, right? And it's been a big part of it has been, Paul and Melissa have really continued to push me out of my comfort zone because, sometimes I feel like all we want to do is give, but it's to our detriment when we do that. And at the end of the day, we're running a business. And even if you're in a good place and you can afford to give it for free, you can't always do things for free because you are trying to build a business. So inviting, maybe you do a challenge. I haven't heard of a challenge with food. I think it's kind of a cool idea, but doing it at the $10 mark is not necessarily, I don't think, going to get you. It will allow people to self-select that those that are now willing to step up at the $10 price point are willing to pull their wallets out, as some other wise people have shared. But at the end of the day, you really need to say, look, I'm really excited. I've been doing these cook-along through COVID as a way to give back. And now I'm really excited about launching, I've got now workshops. And so maybe start with workshops so that people are not, it's again, another micro commitment. They're doing one workshop at maybe $25. And then you kind of step up from there. And then you say, and sometimes you almost need to create it and say to people, I've been getting a lot of private messages from people that are excited about me doing more. And so now from going from workshops, I'd like to be able to offer a membership. So it's a monthly. So instead of you paying $25 per class, now you're going to be paying $25 a month if that's what where you want to start. Yeah. So it's not about the numbers, but maybe transitioning from that and stepping into your power, really just owning that you've got a great skill set and that you have a collective of people that have proven that they love what you offer. Now you need to step into that and say, I'm excited. I've done this. I'm happy to have done it. Now I've got people asking for more. So you're almost creating a little bit of the buzz, and it's not lying, but it's positioning.
I just did this. I just did a live cooking experience with someone that I did a contest with, and it was fabulous. Like, I hooked a gooseneck tripod onto my big blower, my fan, and it went right over my thing. And then I had one sitting on the counter where they could see everything I'm doing. This is a really cool thing. And people want to know how we cook, because I'm finding out that they don't know how to cook. They have master's degrees, but they keep saying they don't know how to cook. So this is something, and $10 a month to do it. You just step out and do it, because you're going to think, oh, they're not going to do it. They just want me to do it for free. And then when nobody does it, I won't get to do it. But even if one person does it with you, it'll still be fun. So I just think you should do it. Just say, hey, I'm going to do this, but it's taking me a little bit of work. So I'm just going to charge everybody $10 a month, and we're going to have a blast, and I'm going to have surprise things. And we're going to get together and blah, 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 and just make it fun. Do it. Do it. I'm literally adding it to my upsell on my Black Friday thing. It is going to be the live cooking experience, and I'm upselling it to like $60. I'm so excited, because it is over the top. People are lonely.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
Do it.
All right. So going from free to paid, do you have any?
It's one of those things, like I love all the suggestions here, and it's just one of those things where you have to test it out. You have people that have been so used to you showing up for free. They love it. They love the value. Some of those people are not going to come along on the journey for you because they've been used to doing things a certain way. But then there's going to be that percentage of people that are going to want to go a little bit deeper with you. And it's just all about you pre-framing them what this is all about and what the value they're going to get with that experience with you. And when you do it that way, it's like those people that want the extra hand holding, that want more of the behind the scenes, that want more of even just like the interaction, the back and forth interaction, they're going to be the ones that are going to be more than willing to pay the $10, $20, whatever amount of dollars it is for it, because that's what they value. So you always will have some people that will want the free stuff, but out of that group, there are people that want to invest in themselves, you know? So I agree with Mona. It's putting it out there, doing it and testing it out. And you might pull along some of the people that have been with you before. And then there might be a new group of people that you need to influence, and you're going to get to know that you're going to come along with you.
And I'll add to that. It's the same thing that Mona, and like several have said, is that 100% of the people will not take the offer that was never presented. So by you never offering and just being insecure about that, you're going to 100% of the time, they're all going to say no. Now, what I would recommend, since you've in a way indoctrinated these people, they see you show up a certain way, is where people normally have a big fallout when they go from like building an audience because they got into this internet marketing bubble and they learned, oh, I have to do everything for free. Everybody needs things free before they're willing to buy. No, a lot of us do buy right out the gate. You know, in the real world, you know, we don't go to a restaurant and say, hey, why don't you serve me a bottle of that fine wine, and I'll decide, you know, maybe on my third visit if I'm going to start paying for it. You know, so it's just like in the real world, this doesn't happen. So what I would recommend is we call it the dimmer switch in different contexts. And what I would recommend is that you have a clear plan on how you're going to change this. And so what you're going to do, though, is you're not going to do the on-off switch, because the on-off switch is kind of like, hey, guys, I love you, but you got to give me money. And then what happens is, like, you know, you can do it more tactfully, but what will happen is you'll have a revolt. People will say you're selling out. People will be upset. They're going to, you know, say all kinds of things. So what we look at is the dimmer switch. Like, this is where we're at, and this is where we want to be. So what are little nuances that we can kind of pull back, from? Maybe this time around, the people that don't pay don't get the recipe. You know, this time around, maybe you're just doing a portion of your call. Like, because you can put it out there, like, you know what, a lot of you have been asking me if I would go more in depth about, you know, my prep and the things that I do before I turn the camera on. And I was just wondering, I was thinking about, like, that'll take me a little bit extra time, a little bit more, you know, resources. And as you guys know, like, the more I do this, the more I'm not doing other things. So from a business standpoint, I think maybe this could be a pretty cool idea. Is that something you guys would like? Like if I pulled the curtains back, showed you my prep, showed you, gave you the recipes a little bit more in depth, had like a library that you can go to anytime you want to pull that. Would that be something of interest? Oh, cool. And then, so you seeded it.
Yeah.
And then what you do is like a couple weeks later, you're like, hey guys, sorry, I just don't have enough, a lot of time today, but I still wanted to come on. I'm going to show you in the next 10 minutes. I know we normally do this for a half hour, but I promised my members that I was going to show them blah, blah, blah. And I had to do that at 12:15. So what I'm going to do is I do want to come in because I committed to you guys. Like I can start this right now with you and blah, blah. Oh, by the way, if you want to, at the end of it, if you want to join us, because I'm going to take this next step, but I had to transition over to my members. If you'd like to know about the membership, just private message me or go to the link below and you can join us on the inside and, where I'm going to go ahead and move forward with it. So like you can give a tease. So I always say this analogy, now it kind of feels weird in this moment, but don't give people the free meal, give people a taste. So your free should just be an incentive for people to desire more from you. So when you give people the entire meal, then they don't desire anything else because you just satisfied them. There's no missing piece there. So just keep that in mind. So when you do serve, just slowly over time, like what are the elements that you can pull back on that you can save and that can be value inside your membership?
Okay. Thank you.
Good. Well, keep us posted. It sounds like a really fun membership. So
it's fun doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
If you would like to work with us and our team to help you snap up more sales and incredible clients with a stellar marketing strategy that works, go to adaptivemembership.com and sign up for our wait list. We have a limited number of spots in our exclusive program to set you up for success and take action. We're waiting for you at adaptivemembership.com.